Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, March the 21st, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should be attempted only with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. Market is about to open. We've got a get in sync. Good morning, Jeff. We've got a get in sync trade that's just ticked in, but we're not open yet. Now, that has gotten as low as 53. So I'm going to go ahead and move the A. How big is target one? Only 18. I don't like sitting right at that swing level. So I'm going to bring it down to 52, but I can't justify any more than that, given the size of the trade. That's a 2-tick adjustment already from 54. And 15 seconds to go. And the trade stopped out anyway, so it's a no trade. Target 2 traders on on unleaded are in this long trade. That was a stop and reverse at 0.97. And the market just opened and zipped up through. Yeah, that long trade on the YM was too fast to catch. Would have been a nice one. And there is target 2 on unleaded. You'd have been down like 94 ticks for target 2 traders. Target 2 was 64 on that trade. So still down 30, and we need the trailer. Actually, it's a 4-tick adjustment, so it's only going to be 60. So we're down 34. Target 1 traders were POQ on the first trade. It's not even on screen right now. Stop currently at 128 from 97 is 31 ticks, and now, yeah, still at 128. So we need 4 more ticks to get to where we can go POQ. And there it is, 139. So this will be a POQ trade. Pound Aussie wasn't able to get in sync with this trade. Our start time was right in along here. So no trades yet on the Pound Aussie. Nothing yet on the Russell. Soybeans. Getting short initially, and then stopping and reversing to long at 95.25. So that pushes money management to 75. We did hit it, so we get a 1 tick break even on that trade. And we lost 93.25 to 95.25. 8 ticks times 4 position, 32. So we're down 28. And unleaded finally stopping out at 239. So 142 ticks on the trailer for target 2 traders, and that's your trade of the day. Go back here and take a look at what happened. Initial trade was this short, right at 9 o'clock. Plenty of chances to get into that. Picks up target 1 for 38 ticks, but not target 2. Comes back for a 1 tick break even. So target 2 traders picked up 2 ticks on that trade. Target 1 traders got your 38 on target and 1 on the trailer for 39 ticks for a 1 and done session. And target 2 traders came back with the short here, just triggered in at 0.49. Then stop and reverse at 0.97, 4 tick stop and reverse adjustment on unleaded. All right, the YM in a short now, and it just hit money management. No adjustment because we weren't in the long. So there is your target 1 winner. 23 ticks. This will be a POQ trade. Chop zone filter keeping us out of the short on soybeans. And let's go to the micro NQ. 4 minutes after is right along in here. That trade's gone too far, so we'll wait for a new setup there. Crude oil. Too early on the short. The long triggered in. At 68.96. Stop and reverse at 68.77. 19 ticks loss. It's down 38. And we are in the short. We pick up 17 ticks to target 1, 28 ticks to target 2 for 45, and that is a 7 tick positive position and POQ. All right, the YM 776 for the trailer. Almost down to target 1. Looks like it's going to be about 763 at the close of this bar. We've got our 14 ticks, so yeah, we're definitely going to be, I'm sorry, not 63, 67. 767 on the close of this bar. And it's safe to go ahead and move that because we are not going to get back above the balance line. And there it is. We got 767. Next possibility is 61 at the moment. 59, we've got a low of 44, so 58 would be our close. So 61 is going to be the stop on the close of this bar. There it is, and stopping out at 61. So 61 from 94, 33 ticks on the trailer, 23 ticks on target, 56 on the day, and that is one and done. Alright, new short trade set up on the micro NQ. Looks like it's right at our stop, 84.50. Looks like a most likely avoided trade. And it looks like it probably hit the entry and then came back and hit the stop, but most likely too quickly. We'd have to look at it. So I will assume a no trade there on the micro Russell catapult chart in the upper left corner. Looks like we did hit. Yeah, we got one tick beyond the entry. And definitely in the, okay, 84.25 is the entry, so it was one tick difference from the stop. But we definitely got in that with plenty of time to get the order in. 784.25. No trade. No more trades other than the initial two on soybeans so far. No trades on the pound Aussie. The Russell trade was avoided. We're in the short on the MNQ. All right. Short setup on the Russell. I would move that down to 95.9 if you're not already in it. Got down to 96.1. Make it push through. And the micro NQ stopping out. And another filtered short trade on soybeans. That's also the chop zone, still the chop zone filter. And the Russell stopping out as well. I'm going to assume that was another avoided trade. YM is POQ, crude was POQ, unleaded was POQ. So, successful start to the morning. Soybeans is down 28 ticks, and the MNQ started off with a loss this morning. So, mixed results throughout all of our charts this morning, but as I said. And a note, on one other note, we should be in the May contracts on the energies this morning. Crude and unleaded were on May contracts. The Russell, the MNQ, and the YM, the M2K, MNQ, and YM are all on the June contracts. Soybean still on the May contract. It's getting, volume is split, and there's a short, there's a valid short. We got down below the 50 EMA, so that becomes a valid trade, even though we're still in the chop zone, but the trade is with the EMA now, so short on soybeans. And we still haven't closed the bar. Long trade on the Russell. And we're definitely in that trade. Just pulled back to give us another chance at the entry. So definitely long on the Russell. Crude at session highs, 69.42. Russell looking for target 1 at 01.4. We've gotten within 1, 01.3. And our entry was at 1800.1, so we need to get to 015 for break even. And there it is. Stop comes to break even at, actually stop right now would be at 17.99.9 until we hit a target where I would bring it to 1800.02. That being a major key level on the Russell. And stopping out at 17.99.9 and going short now. Lots of time to get in there. Short from 97.7. So a break-even trade was a couple of ticks. We lost a couple of ticks on that one because of the major key level. We still had a couple of ticks of risk on. So 3, 4 and trail, down 6 ticks. No, yeah, 3 positions. Market indices, all 3 pulling off of their session highs a bit. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Arizona Bob. Good morning, Private Eye. Good morning, Pamela. Leonard. No, there haven't been any recent updates on CPX2, Leonard. You should have received an email when you initially purchased that has your login credentials for the owner site, and that's where the training is. That should have been from Backpacktrader.com. Jeff, basically the difference Let's see. You're looking at the mini sessions is something we started with Spotlight. And I think those are written up in the Spotlight trade plan. Yes, it can. You'll need to email. What's this? I forget what. I think it's. Email Troy at backpacktrader.com, and he can get it to the right place so they can resend your welcome email, and that'll give you your credentials. But yeah, the mini sessions were a new development with the Spotlight Power Trader. And it's certainly something that can be adapted to use with Counterpunch as well. But the major difference is it's a 3-trade max, or two full losses, or 2 losses, or 3 trades. And something that Troy and I both do is but that would be my suggestion there. Is what I use is 2 losses. If you run into a series of stop and reverses, if your stop and reverses cut your loss to less than half the full stop risk, then I'll go ahead and take or at least one of those losses, I'll go ahead and take the 3rd trade. No, we haven't used 850 in Spotlight at all. The mini sessions are 9, 10, 11, and 1. The 1 o'clock session being 1 to 2:30, because things slow down after lunch. All right, long trade on the micro NQ with the wick down here. We definitely had time to get in that. Well, actually, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Yeah, plenty of time to get in that one. All right, the short, we definitely got in the short on the Russell. Hit target 3, and we just stopped out on the trailer at 97.1. So that's a win. So we have a break even and a win on the Russell. We have a loss, and we're in a long on it's the micro Russell, and the micro NQ, we're in the long. Soybeans still in its short trade. And we're coming up on the 10 a.m. crude session. POQ rules are still pretty much the same for the mini sessions, Jeff. The trade plan is target 1 and 2, fixed targets only, typically. unless target 1 is less than 10 ticks, then we'll slide it to targets 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 if target 2 is less than 10 tick minimum as usual. No. Don't even try to deal with a lot of that. No more so than you would have on the Now you may want to make some chart level adjustments if you see obvious support and resistance. Or as you get around those levels, but it doesn't usually inform the trades. Not typically. At the time that we put that in, at the time the mini session was put in, there weren't enough strong enough runners that it would make it worthwhile. I've seen more runners lately on crude. Oh, we definitely do stop and reverses. Yeah, and if you go to like three contracts, you may go ahead and take the trailer on the third contract. That's certainly up. That's up to your testing. Oh, support and resistance. Possibly so. That's something you've got to test. And MNQ, target 2, so that is a winner on the long side. The Russell picking up a second break even. Let's see how fast that. 5. Yeah, it's a pretty fair chance you're in that trade. Just barely got to money management and came back for a break even. And now we have another long trade right at 10 o'clock, and there is our 10 a.m. crude session first trade long. And the Russell hitting target. So 2 break evens, 2 wins on the Russells, trailing at 1800.3. Target 3 on the micro NQ, trailing at 814 1/4. And soybeans still short. Pound Aussie with a filtered trade in the squeeze zone. $8.17 flat for the micro NQ, and Russell stopping out at 1800.3 for the end of our second trade. Crude is long and soybeans is short. Crude back up at the entry point, and the MNQ stopping out at 817 flat. So one loss, one win. Let's see. Yeah. 62-point loss initially, then we pick up 67 on targets 2 and 3, plus the trailer that got 817. And a real quick pop to the short side. Yeah, no chance to get in that at that point. So far, that's a no trade, but it is getting sync. $808.25 for the entry. If it comes back up. I was looking at where we were. Let's see, the long entry was 93 and 793.25 to 817. So that's 6 3/4, 23 3/4. So we're 28 3/4 ticks positive, or I'm sorry, 28 3/4 points positive on the. Now, did we get... Nope, didn't quite get back up to the entry. And a short trade on soybean, that's on the Russell. Big wick, so that's going to be a big trade. If you're not already in that, push 3 ticks through, but that looks to me like it probably would have come through quickly. And there we're definitely in the trade now. Short on the Russell and the MNQ making target 1, so that trade is off the table. Not able to get in sync with that, unfortunately. And now we're trailing at 99.3 because this is a big trade. We hit our trailing point. And stopping out at 99.3 for a 1-tick loss. 3-tick loss, call that a break-even trade. That's a third break even. We can take one more trade on the Russell. Yep, we are within 2 ticks of the entry on the MNQ before it continued on down. And crude oil with a full stop out. $23 tick risk, 46 tick loss, on two positions. Soybeans look like it got within 1 tick of target 1. Target is at 88.50. And we got to 88.75 twice there. That is our money management. Having missed the target by 1 tick twice, I would go ahead and bring the stop to 91.25 for our break-even stop. Having trouble getting that last tick. How big a target is that? 12 ticks. Yeah, I think I would market that position out at 88.75 if you can. Don't argue over 1 tick. As much trouble as it's having getting through there, I'd want to take some profit on this one. So yeah, there it is again. So I would take my 11 ticks and be happy. If it goes on through, fine. You've only given up 1 tick, but if it comes back and stops out, you've given up 10. And the Russell with a long trade that's a full stop out. That ends the session for the Russell. 6 ticks, 6 trades. And a new short on crude. 68.89. I might even take that down to 88, around the 200 there. Long on the MNQ now. Definitely in it, in the trade. And crude taking heat. Squeeze zone filtered long. So remaining in the short. Soybeans hitting target, did hit target 1. This trailer comes down to 90 3/4. And looks like it's going to come down to 89 3/4. on the close of this bar. And if we get a full stop out on this trade on crude, that is the end of the session. 69.11, and there it is. Full stop out. So we are done with the 10 a.m. crude session. That one was not successful. There will be those sessions that just don't work out. And a stop out on the MNQ, so that's 2 losses. Right, the short we didn't get in, so we got 2 losses, 1 win. Maximum 3 losses on MNQ. Short on the MNQ. Oh yeah, lots of time to get into that. Money management. Stop at 778 even. Moving around quickly this morning. And soybeans hitting target 2, 89.50 for the stop. So we got, I'm going to take that as 11 on target since I took profit when it missed by a tick so many times. So we'll say 11 and 19 is 30 ticks. We were down 28, so this is going to be POQ. And we have 89.50 from 91.50. So we have 8 ticks in hand so far to go along with 30. So we've got at least 10 ticks in hand on the day, 2.5 points. $89 flat for the stop. On soybeans. And a break-even stop on the micro NQ. 2 losses, a win, and a break-even. 4 trades down, we can take 2 more. Still no additional trades, or no trades in our trading session on the pound Aussie. Pound Aussie pushing up to session highs again. Alright, soybeans trying to work down Still at 89 flat. Target 3 is 85 flat. So I need another point in the another 5 ticks. Actually, one more point, 85, 86. Stop at 88.75, making another push, and there is target 3. So target 3 is 26 ticks. 12, 13 on the trailer, or no. $10, $11 on the trailer. So 67 ticks in hand after a 28 tick loss. We're well positive. Soybeans still with the 88.75 stop. All right, 88 flat for the soybean stop. $14 points now, or 14 ticks. Picked up 56 on targets, so we're at 70 ticks now. Less the 28 tick loss puts us at 42. So 10.5 points. And micro NQ still flat. We still got 2 trades we can take. And 87.50. Soybean stop. That's the only active trade at the moment. Crude making a strong up push there, and now coming back down, or just getting stuck on the moving averages maybe. All right, then soybean stops out at 87.50 from 91.50. It's 4 points, 16 ticks. Added to our 56 is 72. So 44 tick net, or I'm sorry, is it? Yeah, 44 tick net, 11 points, $550. A good result for 3 trades. All right, soybeans is done. All right, folks, we've been at it an hour. We've got 2 more trades to go on the MNQ, and we could take trades on pound Aussie, but neither one of those are in a trade right now. And I've got to get ready for another appointment, so I am going to have to call it a morning. We will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. Regular session at 9:30 in Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow, and crude oil inventory session at 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow. So we'll see everybody tomorrow morning. You're quite welcome, Pamela. You have a good afternoon across the pond.